Good morning, respected stakeholders, and welcome to our CSID 114 project. Our project has 5 modules, namely the Introduction, System Investigation, Planning and Requirements, System Design, and Conclusion. But first, let me introduce myself. My name is Sritej Kaduri, and I am the current head of the freelance information technology outsourcing company Qaesz. We've worked on similar high-end projects in the past, and so we have the required experience for the job. This presentation will portray the solution that we have proposed for the Nonprofit Conservation and Sustainability Group, Espa. The problem at hand is to implement an up-to-date system which can effectively monitor specific habitats and maintain the respective data on them, and a way to efficiently respond to any and all threats. You will be able to read more details about it in our System Vision document. I will now pass this on to my colleague, Mr. Zumer Ali, who will be taking you through the system investigation.
We studied and determined various essential components for the system investigation and have categorized them under corresponding categories for quick and easy reference. First and foremost, I will address project approval factors. We evaluate cost and budget for this project when considering these elements. The project's principal idea, as well as the expected time it will take to accomplish it, and the benefits you will receive from it. We have calculated the operating cost through a wide range of research and survey. We separated the project's benefits into tangible and intangible benefits. Time savings, increased productivity, and cost-effective services will be tangible benefits, while intangible benefits will include instant access, improved performance, and more impregnable security. It also saves money by minimizing unnecessary expenditure. We have also formulated a pastel analysis to monitor the macro environmental factors that have an impact on an organization. We have also identified our project's stakeholder and their roles, as well as what they will contribute to the project and what they expect from it. The further planning and requirement will be briefed by my colleague Mr. Ejaz.
Over here, we have prepared a work breakdown structure to display exactly the list of tasks that must be completed in order to achieve the requirements we envision for our system. We have grouped these tasks into their respective categories, which include planning, research, create, development, and review. We also have a specified time frame through which these tasks and the project as a whole will be completed. Alongside this, we have also prepared a Gantt chart to help see the timeline of this project with more ease. As you can see, the entire project will be about 4 months long, with development being the longest part of the project at 1 month long and research being the shortest at 15 days. Now, these timeframes and projects were set after thorough research and evaluation with other similar systems while keeping the Espa guidelines and resource availability in mind. Now, while these are the tasks for the requirements, these are the requirements that we hope to add to our system. We've categorized them into the FERPS Plus categories, with the added categories being legal and interface requirements. Now, this is to better understand exactly which ones take priority over others, with the function category taking the highest, as it includes task efficiency, consistency, understandability, and AI. These are the most essential to making our system work.
Now let's move on to our next module, System Design. But first, let's ask the important questions. What and why system design? System design is the process of defining the different components of a system that satisfy its requirements, as well as it helps the people viewing it get a better understanding of the system. Our system design has 3 segments: the app, website, and the database. Let's start off with the app. In front of you is a storyboard which shows the series of events that will take place when a visitor visits the UAE pavilion, where he will be greeted by one of the volunteers who would simply ask them to scan the QR code, which will allow them to install the app. After opening the app, they will have an option to either sign in or sign up, which will allow us to keep a track on how many people have actively interacted with the app. There is a menu bar which allows them to easily surf through the app, which includes the information, website, donation, and AR mode. When someone clicks on the AR mode, the camera pops up. Then they have to simply scan the pic provided, which will allow them to view the respective species in AR mode. Now let's move on to our website. This is the activity diagram, which will be explained using a video in the next slide. And welcome to our website. This is the home page, which gives a brief description about our company and encourages the visitors to take part in our project. It also shows the scientific names of the different species who Espa is looking out for. On the top, we have the menu bar, where you can go to our missions page, which shows the different goals of Espa and the steps they are taking to meet their goals. An idea of the team behind the project, the services Espa provides, which includes rescue, awareness, and protection for the different species. If you were to scroll down, you could also get involved, which is basically a forum to sign up to our newsletter, which helps you to be up to date with the advancements of the organization. And we also have a blog page which gives brief description on the different species under the care of Espa to help educate the visitors, and you can also toggle between each one of them. And we also have a donation page which encourages the visitors to donate to this non-profit organization and take the first step and a part in preserving these species. Hope that was informative. Now let's move on to our last segment, database. Sequence diagram. What is a sequence diagram? A sequence diagram shows object interactions arranged in time sequence in the field of software engineering. As you can see in the image below, the remote manager and the control room are the main elements to collect and send data to the required fields. For example, the data from the sensors and trail cameras are sent to the remote manager, who then divides the data into respective segments and sends them to SCADA, database, and analytics to perform the necessary actions, and they then communicate with the control room, which then contacts the mobile field devices to take the required actions. Next is the network diagram. A network diagram is a schematic depicting the nodes and connections amongst nodes in any telecommunications network. In the image below, you could see all the connections between the different nodes relating to our system, how the IoT devices and the sensors is all connected to the cloud, sending and receiving data, storing them as well as performing the necessary actions. Next up, we have the database design. It tells us about the different types of data tables being used, including the user table, which would be related to the website and the app to keep a record of the interactions of visitors with our system. The second table is the employee table, which is made to strengthen the security and to make sure no trespassing occurs. And the third table will be the species table, which basically stores all necessary data about the different species. And last but not the least, we have design integrity and security control under system design, which is to make sure that all of our databases and our project is secured and the necessary actions would be taken in any threatening situation or during any breach of the system, and the necessary preparation to make sure they do not occur.
And finally, I'd like to pass this on to our dear CFO, Mr. Qaesz, to conclude the presentation.
To conclude, we firmly believe that our solution is the best one while following all the specifications and requirements needed for ESP's ambition to enhance the environment and help them make the world a better place. We have taken advantage of every single resource provided to us, and we are extremely proud of what we have developed, detailed, and designed. Qaesz, thank you for taking some time off your busy schedule to listen to our project presentation, and we'd now like to open the panel for the question and answers.